I'm Rob Martin. You know, being hard worker can be tough sometimes. So tonight, kids, I'm going to read you a bedtime story, which is called Ivor the Engine, the first story. Here we go. Not very long ago, in the top left-hand corner of Wales, there was a railway. It wasn't a very long railway or very important railway, but it was called the Mail on the Atlantic Rail Traction Company Limited. It was all in this and in the shed in the siding at the end of the railway lived the locomotive of Atlantic Rail Traction Company Limited. It was a long name, was a long name for the little engine. So his friends just called him Ivor. Now in the morning, Jones to steam the engine dry, Ivor would come down over the hill. Morning, Ivor. Jumping cold this morning. Then Jones would light Ivor's fire, fill up his coal box, and then when Ivor's boiler was boiling, he will make a pot of tea. Then when he had finished his tea, Jones the steam would climb on to the footplate, open the Ivor's regulator, and out they would trundle out the shed and out in bright morning air. Jumping cold was true that morning, but bright as the wind. Ivor was glad to be alive and steaming. Down to the signal box. There was trouble. The signal was set against them. They could not pass. Moment's not awake. Here, Ivor. Oh, said Jones, the steam. Give him a brew. Beep! And Ivor's whistle. Owen jumped out of bed. You are Jones the steam? No, it's late. You are in the signal. You'll leave a bar. We got work to do. Clunk up the signal. Beep. Off they went up the hill and down into Lanyon Station. There was Di Station, the station master. What is there for us today, Di? Call for Grumbly Gasworks, and this parcel of fish for Mrs. Thomas at Grumbly, you know, if you wouldn't mind. I know, I'd take it in with Ivor. Oh, I wouldn't do that. She wants it fresh, not fried. Alright then, I'll put in the coal. She can have it black. Come up the truck for me, Di. How'd you in then, Jones? See you later, Ivor. Beep. Off they went to do their day's work. Out of Lanyon Station and along the top of the hill towards Tannygoats, there was Ivor's favourite run. He laughed, looked down the valley excuse me, and see the trees and stone walls in the house, and to see the big wheel of the pit. It's spinning, and far away, bright in the morning sun and the sea. Clumpty? No idea what that is. Clumpty, over the viaduct, through tiny past begins the Druppers, I think it was, past the Working Men's Club, past Jenkins the Builder, and where the ladders lean on the house and beep into the tunnel, the dark, damp, smelling tunnel on the way to Grum. But the time they delivered coal to the gasworks, it was late in the afternoon. Jones left Ivor on the siding above the town and went down to take Mrs. Thomas her pot of fish. It was dirty except for the paper, so it didn't matter. So next page. Ivor stood there on the siding. Quiet summer evening. He was tired and drowsy. Then he heard a singing. Oh, it was lovely singing. It was a grumbling and the street chorus side. He practiced to sing in the no, I'm going to skip that. It's way too hard. Jones Ivor listened and seemed to him as through the hills and the valleys, the streams, and the trees and the gas were all singing together, singing their praises to the golden evening sun. Ivor listened until they finished, and then he stood very still in the silence, remembering what he had heard. "Are you asleep, Ivor?" asked Jones. "Time to go home." All the way home, Ivor remembered the singing of the choir, and he wished, oh, how wish that he could sing with them. The next day, Jones the steam went into the station master's office at Lennyog. "Di," he said, "I'm worried about Ivor. I have plenty of steam and a good fire going, but he just not right." "Well, there's only one thing we can do about that," said Di Station. "Take him to see the chief engineer at Pontypool Road." "What? On the main line?" "Ivor has never been on the main line." "Oh, except he'll be all right if we both go with him." It was a long way to Pontypool Road, and I felt very nervous and important as he chugged along the main line. He was a bit puzzled, but all the signals on the big tree, but the signal came out, and waved him on into the great engine shed, where the chief engineer and his assistants were waiting to inspect. They did his boiler door and blew through his tubes. He took his pistons apart, tested his valves, and they tapped its little wheels with a hammer, but they could not find anything wrong. Not anything at all. The chief engineer looked puzzled. That is perfectly good looking to engine, he said, but there's nothing wrong with him. It's my belief he is upset. You haven't spoken harshly to him or blame him for something he didn't do, have you? Oh no, sir, he wouldn't do that, said Jones and I. Well, you had better take him home and try and find out what's upset him. There is nothing wrong with Ivor's works. So they took Ivor home. The next day, Jones and I decided to try an experiment. Jones took the coal to Grumbly Gasworks, as usual, and left Ivor on the side, just he had done 2 days before. Then he went down into the town, not to take Mrs. Thomas some fish, but to meet Di Station, who had come over on his bicycle. What is this all about? Said Di. I on the siding about this time the day before yesterday, explained Jones, and ever since then he hasn't been well. Oh, so I thought we could try it again. Listen, said Di. The choir is singing. My wife, father-in-law is choir master, said Jones proudly. There's distraction now, said Di. And don't they sing lovely? Listen. They listened, and up on the siding, Ivor listened and thought, as beautiful as the last time, more than ever. He wished that he could sing with them, but he knew he never could. He was only a railway engine and couldn't speak, let alone sing. There only noise he could make was a silly little whistle, and as he thought about, he wept. A single dirty tear welled up in his window and fell onto the sleepers. You'll die, whispered Jones. Ivor is weeping. Oh, so he is, said Di. I must be a terrible thing that would make a railway engine weep. Jones at the steam sat on Ivor's step. Now then, Ivor, you have a guessing game. he said. One was for no, 2 whistles for yes. Are you tired? Beep. Is it this place you don't like? Beep. Is it to do with the singing? Beep beep. It is right. We are getting somewhere, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, okay. I can't think of anything. Die? It is it you want to sing in the choir? Asked Di. Beep 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 beep. Oh, be quiet, Ivor. You wait the whole town up, explained Jones. Oh, Di, there's a strange thing now. Ivor wants to sing in the choir. Di looked awful. Oh, I never heard of a locomotive singing in the choir, he said. There may be regulations. Well, I don't know, said Jones. I think we had better go fetch Ivor the song and ask him. So Jones the Steam went to fetch Ivor the song, who was choir master, and Joe's wife, brother-in-law as well. Evans, the song, listen to Ivor's whistle. Beep. Evans the song scratched his head. Oh dear, he said. That's a half tune and a bit cruel, if I may say so. I don't suppose we should have came across that no more than once a year. If that, I mean, it might be very useful to a Chinese choir, but not for the grummy and discreet Girls' Society. I'm sorry, gentlemen. He turned and, mind you, he had, if there were a good or a bass note, that would be different. We a bit thin in the bar, us and Eli the fish among into university. Oh, horse. That was very disappointing, but Jones Steam and Die Station did not give up hope. Next day, they went to see Mr. Jenkinson, the builder, and he took him to see Mr. Morgan of Morgan's amusements. Mr. Morgan had an old steam organ that was once on his roundabout, but he was not willing to sell it without knowing what was to happen to it. Evans, the song said that Ivor might be able to join the choir at Grumley if he has proper pipes to blow instead of his whistle, explained Jones the Steam. Ah, now that is something different, said Mr. Morgan. He went over to speak to Ivor. Ivor, he said, You can have the pipes of my steam organ as a present. It was a fine organ, a famous organ, and it cost me a lot of money 70 years ago. So look after it, blow it gently, and God bless you. Mr. Morgan wiped away a tear and went back to his funfair. They took Ivor and the pipes back to Lanyard, and Mark the plumber hidden 3 of the organ pipes in place of Ivor's whistle. Now, Ivor, said John the steam, give us a blow, but like Mr. Morgan said, blow very gently. There's silent for you, cried Morgan the plumber. Gentlemen, said Dyson solemnly, we have succeeded on many of the marijuana from Atlantic Rail Traction Company Limited. Oh, thank you for them. Oh, everything went very easily. Ever since the song brought Mr. D, the president of the was the side to hear Ivor's pipes. He was delighted. Oh, very good, very good indeed. I thought would be credit to the choir. Such good tune. I haven't heard a steam organ like that for years. It's nearly as good as Mr. Morgan's roundabout. As old Mr. Morgan's roundabout. Well, as a matter of fact, began Jones, and then a terrible thought struck him. What about the head office? Hey, they were arranged for Ivor to join the choir, and they haven't asked permission? He ran into the office. Oh, Di! He shouted. What about the head office? Oh, that's all right, Jones, said Di calmly. I'll telephone them this morning. Mr. Williams says Ivor is welcome to join the choir as long as he does his work too. The company will pay the subscription. Oh, you was a 7 days wonder, shouted Jones, and he danced out to tell Ivor. Well, Mr. Ivor the engine bar. Well, Mr. Ivor the engine bar, how does it feel to be a member of the choral society? Sang on Ivor. That day's work passed in no time, and soon it was evening, and Jones and Ivor were heading over the viaduct towards Grumbly, and Ivor's first choir practice. Ivor's son felt funny in his boiler. Oh dear, quite nervous he was. And they pulled through Grumley Station and rolled down to the siding. They stood a group of people, and they were all smiling so friendly that Ivor quite forgot to feel nervous. Evanson's song spoke to the gathering. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, "it is my pleasure to recruit a new member, Ivor the engine bass. There you are. Like I told you, he's only got 3 notes, but he sings those beautiful. Now let us sing." Evans, the song conducted, they stood there in the quiet evening, and they sang, and Ivor sang with them, very softly, but at first, because he wore new pipes and he wasn't used them to yet, but it was wonderful, just as wonderful as the first day he heard the choir and Ivor sang with them, just as he heard Dream, but he never thought he would. Turn the steam was there, and proud he was of his little engine. Die Station, Mr. Jenkins, Mock the plumber, and old Mr. Morgan, the roundabout, were all there. And standing at the back of the crowd, there was a tall gentleman in a top hat. Mr. Williams, the head of it, is come all the way from Mail and his Rolls Royce, just to hear his locomotive sing in the choir. Well, that was a cool story. Anyway, let's get on my story, so leave a like, that would be great. Everyone who hit subscribe, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.